Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So, as you guys know, I'm a big MCU fan. It's my favourite movie series of all time. And I've already done reviews for most of Phase 4, the majority, like Spider-Man No Way Home, Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness, Thor Love and Thunder, that sort of stuff. But I haven't covered the Infinity Saga and the Star Phase 4, like the TV shows that's kicked off, and Black Widow, Shang-Chi, Eternals, that sort of stuff. So this is the chance for me to give my thoughts on the Infinity Saga and the Multiverse Saga as it currently stands. And I will do a ranking at the end whenever I get to that, because this is going to be a long series. So just warning you. So today I'm starting with 2008 Iron Man, where it all started, starring Robert Downey Jr. and Gwyneth Paltrow. After being held captured in a cave, billionaire Tony Stark creates a unique weaponized suit of armor to fight evil. This was the second MCU movie that I ever saw, right? Because I saw the Avengers first and loved it. And this was at a point where I wasn't really allowed to watch M-rated movies, really. So, but some were okay, like my parents would kind of have to go like, yeah, that's fine. The first M movie I remember watching was Avengers, but the first one I saw in the theater was Ninja Turtles 2014. So I kind of got into the violent kind of action movies later in my life than, unlike some of my other people, like my cousins, that got into them kind of when they're at birth, and they kind of grew up into that, right? So I always had mixed feelings about this movie. On one hand, the first few times I loved it, but when I saw it a few years ago with some of my friends, right, I thought it was boring. But watching it this time for a giant MCU marathon, right, because I watched 3 movies a day, so I did this, Incredible Hulk, and Iron Man 2 back to back to back, to kind of get it done over with. I was like, I definitely, some scenes where I thought it was too long, in my opinion, but it's one of those things where the scene in the cave, I think that they could have easily split those scenes in half, really, and how would have it still made sense, and it would still carry the story forward type thing, you know? I love how Robert Downey Jr. embodies the character of Tony Stark throughout, from Iron Man 1 to Endgame, and how his journey as Tony Stark Iron Man is one of the best things in the MCU, right? That and the story of Cap, right? So, and I wasn't seeing Robert Downey Jr., I was seeing the billionaire playboy philanthropist, Tony Stark. So, the way that he's up there with, like, your Ryan Reynolds Deadpools, your Chris Hemsworth Thors, Hugh Jackman Wolverine, for me, Tobey Maguire as Spider-Man, he is that character for everyone, right? No one would say that Robert Downey Jr. is a bad casting choice for Tony Stark, and I just love that about it. But I really think that I do really think that I need to give the original Iron Man a 3.5 out of 5 stars, in my opinion. The reason why I'm giving it kind of a low rate is because, one, because I know where the MCU goes from here, like we all do, and how they get better as they go along. And 2, this movie was really good until the third act. The third act was kind of a weak battle. And also, I liked Albert Starr staying as the villain, but also it was one of those things where it was like, when he actually gets into the Ironmonger suit, you're like, this is kind of bizarre. Like, why is that happening? So, that's the only reason. So, guys, please hit the like button down below if you haven't already. Subscribe us a little bell icon to get notified of future videos I make. And I'll see you guys next time. Take care. Bye.
Hey there. Subscribe to my channel. And also press this bell icon.